Hey guys, and what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Geekin Drinkin, and we have a big one for you guys, so stay tuned and let's do this. What's going on, guys? And like I said, welcome to another episode of Geekin Drinkin. I don't even know the number, I'm not gonna look it up. But I'm Eddie.
Steven.
And we got a returning guest. We got Ernest here.
What's up, man?
What's going on? Bear Daddy himself.
What up, baby?
Number one Batman fan.
I stand up. I don't fall off the chair and so on. So look stupid.
It's been a while since we had you back. I think the last time we had you back was our in-game. Or no, I know we had you and Damon on one time when we were drinking La Chigona. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a while. But speaking of been a while, it's been a while since we released an episode. Yeah, but we're here and we're doing it right now because we have all seen the Batman, and hopefully you have too, because this episode is 100% completely dedicated. This is a spoiler talk of Matt Reeves' The Batman, which came out this past weekend at the time of this recording. So I'm really stoked to talk about it because Batman is obviously one of my favorite characters, as is yours. And
this will be episode 64, and the last time Ernest was on here was in episode 34.
Damn, that's 30 on the dot.
Noise. So yeah, but of course, I mean, not only do we geek out on the show, we also drink, and we got an ice chest full of beers on the side of us. So Ernie, usually, can I call you Ernie? Usually,
when you haven't.
usually me and Steven we'll buy beers and we'll just stick them in without looking, and then, I'll kind of mix them up in the ice chest, so we just kind of reach in and grab whatever we want. I'm gonna give you a choice. I can either do that for you, or I can grab you the one that you brought. Cause I know you want to try it.
I don't know what you brought, so like I said, I chilled out on the beers. So
okay, well I'll bust out yours, which I know you've tried this, right? Because I know Michael. We have a can up there. Mike brought one to us, and I know I didn't drink it. I don't know who drank it.
I drank it.
Yeah, so you've had this before.
Yeah.
I haven't had it, or so I don't know.
it was a must grab. I saw it, haven't had it, seen it.
Let Ernest introduce the beer. What kind of beer is that you got there in your hands?
This is if you want to be Mexican, Trejo's Cerveza.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and I mean, I'm a coconut dude, so if I said it wrong, I'm sorry. But it's a Mexican craft lager.
It's Danny Trejo.
Yeah, man. I said right now.
Let me see what's the brewery from.
Dang.
I don't even know where it says that.
It just says Nectar of the Mexican Gods, so I'm going to be speaking Spanish after this one.
Oh, there it is. Here it is. Lincoln Beer Company.
Oh, and that's the whitest thing I've ever heard.
Stevens Point, Wisconsin? Yes.
you know, and it's Mexican. You think made Mexico or something? No, this is like a Mexican beer. And
it even says Nectar of the Mexican Gods.
The whitest part in America. I love it. I love it. Hey, I got family up there, so it's cool.
Yeah. You know, can't go wrong, Danny Trejo.
No, yeah, for sure.
All right.
Oh, man, was I supposed to wait?
No, go for it.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to grab mine.
Oh yeah, I want to.
Go ahead.
Hey.
I have got the Shiner TexHex. It's an IPA brewed with cactus water. It's Bruja's Brew IPA.
Yeah.
There's some Shiner coming in at 7%. I've had this before. It's pretty good.
Have you had this one?
No, I haven't. I have not.
How about we trade?
Sure, why not?
Because I want you to try this.
I know.
That can't look bad, though.
And since we are, talking about Batman today, be a little fitting to Steven brought this black IPA. It's American Black India Pale Ale from 512 Brewing Company.
Austin.
Yeah, Austin, Texas. Yep.
Hi.
Yep. 7.5. I've never had this, so let's.
I'm gonna look at your face when you drink it, because dude, it's been a while since I've done an IPA. And the only one I do is the electric jellyfish.
Yeah, so this is actually Shiner's other IPA, because they had the
Dude, and Shiner never misses.
the Ram IPA.
Dude, that one, I haven't seen that. They discontinued that one, the Wicked Ram. We have it down there, yeah. But yeah, no, that one's really good.
Yeah, this one.
I say Shiner never misses. I don't think I had a beer that I never liked from Shiner. So I'm gonna try this one out, man.
You see that?
And that's It's black.
You ever see that TikTok? Is that Dr. Pepper? That's that Dr. Pepper.
It's black. I don't think I want it.
So while these guys are actually drinking out of the Geekin and Drinkin glasses, I'll be repping Slim's Inc.'s koozie here. So cheers, guys. So cheers.
Whoa. That is pretty crisp, man. It hit my cheeks. The ones in my mouth.
Hey. That description. Just one down the shirt. Hit my cheeks. Put that in your
I feel it in
website.
my plums.
This one's dark. That's all I'll say about that. Tastes like a dark
Can
IPA.
I smell it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm scared.
This one's good. It goes on real smooth. So
I don't know, man.
What made you want to buy this one?
Batman.
Batman.
and it was the last 6-pack I saw there. I was like, that looked interesting. Which I was surprised that the HB that I bought it from had it.
SoFlo.
No, it wasn't SoFlo.
Oh. So yeah. Anyway, how y'all been? I mean, it's been a while since we recorded this. We recorded any episodes, and before we get into our talk of the Batman, I mean, haven't seen you in a while. We haven't recorded in a bit. I know we both got COVID. That was fun.
Oh yeah, let's
I had
bring up
COVID in
news.
January. It was crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I mean, since then, as far as like entertainment wise, like we finished Boba Fett, which, Jackass Forever came out.
Still haven't seen it, dude.
You haven't seen it? Oh, dude, it's
I
funny.
need to. I mean,
Funny. So
I just the fact I see all the celebrities in it, just I don't know, man. I hate you, Pablo. Like, we were supposed to go see it, man, and it's just I don't know. Everybody's just busy and all stuff. And
are you guys watching any TV? I know right now I'm watching Pam and Tommy, on Hulu.
I finished Peacemaker.
Oh yeah. I know you
I
finished
binge
that.
watched it at work.
I'm watching a lot of TV. So I finished Peacemaker. Finished second season of Righteous Gemstones.
Oh man, see, I need to get into that one.
I was watching the second season of Euphoria, but I haven't finished it.
So you're into that?
It comes on right after Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, okay.
And then
So you're watching it live. You're not like
yeah, pretty much kind of.
dang.
And then
Takes balls.
now I'm watching the part 2 of the last season of The Walking Dead. They cut it into 3 parts, so it's the second part of it. And then what else am I watching? Watching How I Met Your Father.
Oh man.
Jeez. Anything else?
Yeah, there is some other stuff I can't really think of it right now.
Okay, so I mean, I haven't seen it, but I know.
Oh, Bel Air.
Oh, that dramatic thing, dude. You're watching the first episode of that, and like the first episode, he's it's like a dramatic show, and like he's in the park playing basketball. I'm like, Steven, is the part where he gets into trouble? He gets in trouble with a bunch of goons, and
You
it's
start
all
like talking
he
about
gets
it
into
in song form, but
He
you're
gets
just
into
talking
some
about
trouble with some kids in the neighborhood. They're just up to no good.
Instead of singing it, you're just talking it.
it was exactly that, but like it was played out and like a little more dramatic. I'm like, wow, I'm like, I don't hate it. So
So it's not a theme song anymore. It's just,
it's
it's
real
just a
life.
They
sing
do play a lot of good music on there, though. Like, there's a lot of good
I
artists
imagine.
on there.
artists on there that they feature that I've never really heard of.
And how about the show itself? I mean,
The show itself is a little different for sure. Obviously, from going from a sitcom, comedy to like a little bit more realistic and drama. It's all right. I definitely do not like what they did with at least one of the characters, but
Carlton.
maybe 2 of the characters.
Carlton.
Carlton definitely being one of them.
I knew it.
Spoilers. The only thing I'm going to say is
He doesn't do the dance.
Do not expect a Carlton dance from this Carlton.
I imagine this Carlton in this take would be like a pretentious douchebag.
He is pretty
Okay.
much
Cool.
really
I
douchey.
haven't even
really
seen it,
douchey.
and I mean.
Are y'all gonna watch it?
I mean,
I could kind of tell you something.
I'll watch it, but you can tell me.
I'm
it's
cool
totally
with
fine.
spoilers.
Yeah,
As
So
long as it's
he's
not like
he's
that.
Spoilers.
still, he's
Spider-Man,
still all like about academics and stuff like that. You know, trying to get into Princeton and stuff, but he's like an athletic drug addict.
Oh, so I was dude, I haven't even watched them. Like,
so like steroids and shit, or
no,
like
he's like he's,
cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I mean, he's like a regular
or Adderall, whatever it is. But he's like snorting all crazy, dude. It's like, ugh.
So he's like a regular athlete, high school athlete.
Yeah, he's like top of like his lacrosse team.
That's crazy, man. I mean,
I think the most sports that they showed Alfonso, the original Carlton, in was basketball, but that was it.
I was gonna say, wasn't it?
That episode.
I was gonna say, wasn't it tennis? But he's always just dressed like he's playing tennis, right?
Yeah.
So I want to get you guys take on something, and you know, since we're just spoiling stuff on this show today. Y'all both watch Peacemaker. I haven't seen the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it eventually. I hear it's funny. I hear it's raunchy. I hear like they go off on little tangents where they just talk about like a bunch of shit.
If you loved the Suicide Squad and you like The Boys on Amazon, it's like a mixture of that.
Yeah. So, of course, one of the biggest things, again, I just said spoilers, so one of the biggest things that happened in the last episode was we get the Justice League show up, and, you know, and it was pretty funny. I saw the scene, it was pretty funny, like, you fucking late, you dicks, and then, like, go fuck another fish, and then, like, it showed Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller, and then he's just like, fuck you, Barry.
The
like,
rumors confirmed.
I wish people would stop saying that about me, and he's like, but it's true. And he goes, fuck you, Barry.
Yeah. So what you think about that? Like, you know, and because they also, I mean, it was Aquaman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, and Superman that showed up, but it was just the silhouettes of Wonder Woman and Superman. What do you think about the scene, and what do you think about like them not just getting two of them?
I wasn't like, oh my god. I was like, oh shit, they're really there. Like, like that's crazy.
I think even before, because mind you, like I binge watch like most episodes at work because I'm on there on Saturdays, and it's just like you wait for a call. So mind you, I had seen that clip of them coming out like maybe the day before I actually finished them, and like again I was like, man, like because I know you go on Twitter and people say it, but you know then you see it and I was like, I'll see it, I don't care. And so when it came out, I was like, man, that's cool. Even just to get two of them, I mean. I think Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill are probably the bigger out of the 4 stars.
And I'm pretty sure they're busier.
Yeah, so
well, I know Gal Gadot's doing that one movie where they're on like that
train,
that riverboat or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure what Henry Cavill.
Yeah, but just you know, and I think I even heard like they just pretty much asked them like if they wanted to be in both of them. Were like, yeah. So I don't know. I thought that was cool. Just but like it's cool. Just the fact that it's just 2 of them, and 2. I mean, Aquaman and Flash are pretty big in the DC. I would
have liked if at least Gal Gadot's character would have done it, but yeah, at least having Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller in there, actually in there was.
I think they're even then they're funny. I guess kind of like matches with the show more than like what are you gonna get out of Superman and Wonder Woman saying something, Yeah. So it fits it, but yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Well, of course, I mean the internet being the internet, there was a ton of controversy behind this stupid little scene that the Batman wasn't in it. That why wasn't Cyborg there? Why did they not get Henry? I'm just like, haters, it was just fun. Like
it was just a funny thing. It was just real quick too, and despite what's actually going on with those characters and the actors that played them. But I mean, just use your imagination. Like maybe they were off doing another mission.
Maybe it was after Flashpoint.
They're not always the same Justice Leagues together.
I'm saying there's multiple universes. I mean, just like Marvel.
Yeah,
you could do, and the thing is, you can do anything with them.
Just like comics. Avengers Endgame. All the original Avengers weren't together. Or not Endgame. Infinity War. Mm-hmm. You had Iron Man in space with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, while Captain America, Black Widow, Falcon were because they were disbanded from the Avengers. Use your imagination, dude. It's like, come on, just stop hating. Like, you can't always get what you want. We're not privileged.
Yeah. Last thing I want to say is for John Cena playing that role. It's funny because you watch I don't know, maybe The Rock. Even if you watch Jennifer Lopez, she still reminds me of Selena when she plays every movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
John Cena is from all the characters he played, he didn't really switch his character, but this role really matched his I don't know. I guess his style, like the way he, he
kind
does
of like
so.
kind of like how Deadpool was for Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, so like even then, like even for Robert Downey Jr., like you see him in the '80s and stuff, and Iron Man, it just fits him. So like for and it's like one of those.
Robert Downey Jr. I see him as two characters. I either see him he's either Iron Man or Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. And
I was gonna say Chaplin,
but it was cool. It
was, and then what was I gonna say? Dude, one of my favorite things from the show too, from Peacemaker, is just the intro. The fucking intro is hilarious. Dude.
I think I've only skipped it like twice when it comes on.
Oh,
it's just weird.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's cringy, but I don't know. You just find.
But I mean, the song fits it too, and then they're just dancing.
It's weird, but yeah, no, it's a good show. It's a really good show.
Oh, yeah, and also I mean, like you were saying, like kudos to John Cena because he took that thing and ran with it.
Yeah. And kudos to the guy who played Juno Master too.
Yeah.
That character, that's another good character.
He's all Asian, but Homeboy's Mexican too, just eating hot Cheetos.
Yeah. So I mean that's good. I mean like I'm glad y'all enjoyed the show. And again I'll watch it eventually. I just catch it whenever it comes on.
It's funny.
But real quick before we get into the big topic, of course, and it has to do with the big topic. And I guess we could also get into it later too. But there is another HBO Max DC show that's I think in development. I'm not sure if it's already if it's happening for sure. How they announce all these shows, but the Penguin. Colin Ferrell supposed to get a.
I didn't
seriously?
Know that.
He's supposed to get his.
Wow.
He's supposed to get his own.
I could actually see that. I can see that.
He's supposed to get his own HBO show where it shows his rise in the criminal in the underworld. I'm not sure if it takes place before the events of the Batman or after because obviously.
I would think after because he didn't. A little bit of spoilers. He didn't know that so and so was.
Running.
Did what he did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I assume it might be before, but yeah. So. He's supposed to get a series, and then there was some rumors that they were supposed to have a series that follows the Gotham City PD during the time of Batman's first year.
Yeah, it's called Gotham.
Batman's first year as being Batman.
They already did that.
So that's another thing that was rumored to happen. But
I think I've heard something about that, and I know there was controversy about that because then people were all like, "Well, what about Gotham? That's what Gotham was supposed to be."
Though, bro.
Yeah,
that's the thing is it's its own thing.
But I'm saying in my defense to that, I kind of agree with some of the.
You don't want to see it being done again.
Yeah, because it's like. Yeah. From what I hear, Gotham was good. It was really good. A lot of fans loved it.
Me and Kristen were binge watching. Kristen doesn't binge watch much, dude. We were binge watching Gotham.
And that even showed the rise of the Penguin in that one too.
And that Penguin wasn't a bad Penguin either. He was actually pretty.
I really liked all the characters in Gotham. Maybe besides Solomon Grundy, but I just like that act before he was Solomon Grundy. But yeah, I mean it's cool.
Yeah. All right, guys. So, we're gonna get into it. We, at least one of my most anticipated movies of this year. Matt Reeves is the Batman. To be honest, I remember when this first got announced because we were working together. Yeah. We all three were working together.
Wow.
And I remember us talking about Robert Pattinson being Batman. At first you were like that fucking guy.
Yeah.
But then I heard Matt Reeves was doing it. So
I gave it a week. I think one of y'all was kind of telling me, but wait, you gotta watch this movie. You gotta watch. Yeah, it was you gotta watch, and I was like, okay, and I think I didn't see the movie, but I looked into it on YouTube and whatnot, and I think it gave me about 2 weeks before I was like, you know what? Yeah, just give him a break because at the end of the day, so many people can change and
yeah,
as long as you take that out of your mind, because I love Harry Potter. And as long as you take that out of your mind, just give it a chance. And I'm happy I did, man.
So and then of course Matt Reeves, I'm a big fan of the Planet of the Apes movies, and so I was super excited for this, especially when the trailers came out, and it's been a long time coming. I remember when the first year of the pandemic, and they had that DC Fandom event, their first Fandom event where they just released a bunch of trailers. That's when we got the trailer for the Suicide Squad, and then we got the trailer for the Batman, and we're like, holy shit, I had that Nirvana song playing over it. And ever since then, I was just like, damn, this is badass. And
it was a cool playlist too. Soundtrack for it, man.
Fucking Pablo. For those of y'all who don't know, Pablo's our cousin. We love you, but you got some dong takes. But yeah,
but we don't always agree with you.
Yeah, man, this movie knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. I really, really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. My only gripe with it was that it's a little long. But that's probably about it.
Definitely agree with you on there. I could definitely have done without that third hour.
Not literally third hour, but it felt like it.
Like, you know, I think they could have condensed it a little bit more.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, without spoiling it right off the back, I mean, how did you feel about it? I know, I mean, we've talked about it. But...
I'd been anticipating this movie for a long time, especially, you know, with like I'm a dad now, so just like right now, like I'm getting shirts, toys, like it's like for my son, it's like his first, like, you know. So for me, I wouldn't say. Yeah, I'd say probably for this year, as far as maybe, I mean, Doctor Strange is up there, but this is, I mean, dude, I'm just a huge Batman fan.
Yeah.
That's it. And even if it, I mean, shoot, they could have put anybody else and I would have been a fan. But like I said, dude, I'm just happy I gave Robert Pattinson a chance, man, because, I mean.
Homeboy.
Dude, really damn good Batman, man. Like, I would give it maybe, hopefully, pray to God, they do another movie or so. Mm-hmm. You can go anywhere with it, but before I could rank it up there, I would like to see him play the role one more time. You know, to see where he is as Batman. But I feel like this movie in general it's up there, man. It's up there.
Yeah.
It's dark, so it kind of beats the Keaton. And as far as the detective work, all the drama, I feel, I mean, I'm not crazy about Christian Bale, but I feel like it beats The Dark Knight, man.
So I remember you had text and you're like, when you get out, like, send me one word of what you think about the film.
Yeah.
And all I told you was detective. Like, I just like detective, like,
and right off the back, the first scene, like,
dude, like, okay, like going into this movie, prior, like the weeks prior, I started rewatching all the Batman movies, and I even watched like the Val Kilmer one, George Clooney one. And those are fun, whatever. Then I started watching the Nolan ones, and those are just awesome.
It's the OGs, man.
I didn't watch the Ben Affleck ones. I've seen those many times, and I honestly love them. Like I like them. Like,
I'd rank. I was talking to my cousin. I rank Ben Affleck's fight scene.
Yeah,
up there, way better than
he's not
even Bass Pattinson, but still.
Yeah,
I love these fight scenes.
Oh yes, they're raw. They're brutal.
It's everything DC was, man.
Yeah, and then also too, like, because a lot of people kept saying about this movie, like, it's dark and it's like a detective noir film, and like right off the back, it opens up. It shows you like a rainy, dark Gotham, and he's doing a voiceover like an old school detective movie. He's all like, he goes, they always think I'm in the dark, but I'm not there. I'm just like, oh, this is so fucking good.
As a tool, yeah, man.
And then like in that, like they showed up a bunch of crimes, and they're all looking
getting the chili willies.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but this is, we're talking about the Batman, and we're gonna be spoiling stuff. So, if you haven't watched the movie, I hope you guys, will return and watch this review. If you don't care about spoilers, then stick around. If you watch the movie, oh God, like then
we're definitely gonna put it on the title itself too. That major spoilers for this movie. So if you haven't seen the movie, or if you're just curious, like if you should go watch it, I mean, you should just go watch it regardless. But if you should go watch it, watch at your own risk. That's pretty much what we're gonna say. Before we actually get into like deep talks of it,
this is sponsor time. Oh no, shit.
We would like to bring and thank Slims Inc. for sponsoring this show.
Yeah. Where's our money?
I'd like to meet him, man. He's out with him.
Cool dude. I want to get y'all's theater experiences. Like, what? I know you went to go see it Thursday. Mm-hmm. You went to go see it Friday,
and I almost didn't see it.
And I went to go see it Saturday, and I had an experience. I'll tell you.
That's everybody.
Dude, we've all had experiences. To be honest,
whoever wants to go first, I'll definitely go last. Y'all.
Okay, I'm curious because I've been waiting. He was telling me.
Yeah. So we'll get into more of the movie in a bit, but yeah, our theater experience. So we went to go see it in AVX format, so it's like a bigger screen, better sound, whatever. Better than just the little standards. So I was like, okay, yeah. So, but the thing about those theaters, they don't have the recliners.
Okay.
So I'm just like, ugh.
I'm getting older.
So anyway,
hurts.
That was number one. Okay, fine, whatever. The crowd during the movie was actually really. Everybody was quiet. It was funny when the movie was starting, before it actually started, when the lights were going off. Some guy in the car was all like, Rachel! And I just started laughing. I started cracking up. But anyway, so like the movie started, everybody was quiet. It was. I had no complaints at all watching the movie during the whole movie. But I had turned my phone off before the movie started. So when it was about to end, when all like the last scenes were like was starting to play out, I had reached my pocket, turned my phone on, and I think the time when I was pressing to turn my phone on was like maybe like 12:59 or 12:58. So I turned it on, and I usually have an alarm set at 1 a.m. for work, and it fucking started ringing. And I was like, loud.
So you were that guy.
Fucking loud. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, so usually like you just press the little side button, it's supposed to be quiet. It didn't stay quiet. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh fucking some guy. Like I hear people like started laughing. I'm like, oh. I was like, fuck.
Your seat was the only moving because not reclining. It was just like you.
So I reach my pocket and my fucking phone is dialing 911. Oh, and I'm like, oh shit. I can hear them. They're like, hello. I'm like, I hang it up. And I go to the alarm and turn it off. I'm like,
and they probably heard all the scufflings. Man, this guy's getting his ass beat.
So I'm like beat red and like hot. I'm like sweating. I'm like, oh shit. And then it gets quiet again and then I'm like, oh, what the fuck? My phone starts ringing. And I look at it, and it's the number calling me, and I reject it, and it's the 911 calling back. They're like, we want to make sure you're not in trouble. I'm like oh, my God.
No, man, I want you Batman.
It's like, wow, like, fucking shit.
We want to make sure you're not in trouble. Well, I wasn't at first, and I turned on my phone, so I might be.
Dude, it was embarrassing. Oh, that was the worst.
I'm going to need an escort.
That's the second time.
That's funny, dude. That is, man, you're one of those guys.
Other than that, other than me ruining the theater experience for everybody else, it was fine.
Nah. So with me, I almost didn't watch it because we walked in, and my sister, hey, you want to go? And mind you, COVID, I've been, even after Spider-Man, I think I give it like four days after. I was just gonna wait to see it, but she's like, hey, we can go now or let's go Friday. She says, man, like screw it, like yeah, like I'm down. I want to see it so bad. So she goes, okay, I'll get tickets. So we go, and she's a rewards member, so it's whatever. We get there, we get popcorn and everything, and all of a sudden the guy's like, hey, it's not scanning. We look, and she goes, oh shoot, no. And I'm like, no way. Like I already knew from the back, and sure enough, I bought it for the 3rd, and it's the 4th, and but the guy was real cool. Was gonna go let us just sneak in. He goes, but I'll take that one.
This is good.
He was a real cool dude. Let us go in there regardless. But my sister, since she was a rewards member, she's like, I'll just buy the tickets, whatever, so that way nobody comes and disturbs us. Because not gonna lie, I probably would have been pissed. But shouts out, love you, Beth. But yeah, so we were able to see it. Almost missed it, but it was cool. Guy's cool. Shouts out to Cinemark.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Man.
Yeah. He's like, just get in there. And I was like, hey, come on. She's like, no, let me get these tickets. I don't want nobody to come in. And I was like, oh, yeah, true.
So, what movie theater you go to again?
I went to Casablanca.
I went to Cinemark. I don't know the name of it. It's an old one because, it's off of 410.
Cinemark?
So it's a Cinemark one, but it's off
Is it a Hebner Oaks?
Yeah.
Hebner Oaks.
I thought
that's a Regal.
Yeah, that's a Regal.
No. It's okay. That's close to my house. I need a. Y'all go ahead. Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna.
So for me, we almost missed it. So who did you go with? You said you went with your
sister and Kristen
and your wife.
We bought shirts and everything.
I went with my significant other.
Okay, so you went with your significant other. Your left hand.
Right on, man.
Got me.
That's what they thought you were doing, squirming. Chill, bro. It's just Catwoman.
Babe, stop, babe. Damn it, Steven.
He really loves that popcorn down in the bottom.
I popcorn trick myself. Hey.
Calling 911.
Calling 911.
No wonder you're calling 911. Yeah, there's someone.
There's someone popcorning me.
So for me, it was me, my son, and my two nephews. Me and my son, my two nephews, and granted, my nephews, live a little far from where we live, and I was trying to time it to where, okay, I'm gonna, leave at this time. It should give me enough time to go pick them up, and then head to the theater because the theater's not far from where they live. And
where'd you go?
We went to Galaxy, which is a Santikos.
Oh, yeah.
I love Santikos.
And so I'm leaving. Well, for some reason, traffic was just bad. Like, it was moving, but everyone was just driving so slow. They were driving like between 60 and 50 miles an hour. Granted that the speed limit is 70 on the highway we were driving. So by the time and the movie started at 4.
It was the summit.
The movie started at 4.
60.
I didn't get to my nephew's house, my two nephews' house until 5 minutes before 4.
You didn't get to your
to the house to pick up my nephew.
5 minutes
And the movie was at
before 4. Oh.
So, and the movie theater is at least like a good 15 minutes away from their house.
Oh no.
So like I sped the whole way over there. I was doing like 80 on the 60 and then like 90 on the 70. We were going fast. I'm like, shit. And I was like, maybe I could switch it. But I bought the tickets on the app.
Yeah.
And I figured, okay, maybe I could buy, maybe I could switch out the tickets there to the 5 o'clock show. And I was looking to see if there was any seatings. There were still some seats, but up in the front. And I was like, I really hate those seats.
I watched it
and the seats that I bought, they were reclined. So they were like pretty much in the middle, like right in between the whole theater itself too. I was like, oh, those are so perfect seats. So we get there. I was like, okay, let's just go, rush. We finally get there, and it's like 4:13. And 13 minutes late. And I'm like, okay, well, how long are credits? And they're like, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes. I was like, fuck.
Nah, can't be like at least 15.
Well, so then we get there and we run into a friend of ours that works there, Mati.
Hey.
And she was, the one checking checking tickets. So lucky she's like, oh, she didn't really check them. So I was like, we're running late. We're here to see the Batman. Has it started yet? She goes, which showing? The 4 o'clock showing. I'm like, oh, and she goes, no, you got 2 minutes. She's like, go. And I was like, okay, where's theater station? She goes, it's over there. I was like, all right,
clear the way.
So we get there, and as soon as we sit down, the Batman. It's like,
damn.
And I thought it just starts at that, right? Just it's the Batman, kind of like the Joker, like
yeah.
but
it sucked though because like. My nephews didn't know how long the movie was either. I was like, oh man, we're going to be here for 3 hours. And one of them was like, 3 hours? I haven't eaten anything yet. I was like, fuck.
Damn, so you had to go back and get popcorn.
So I was like, okay, well, let's just get in there. We'll sit down and I'll go on and buy the food. I don't want y'all to miss anything. I'll try to split it off.
One for the team.
I'll try to split it off when I feel like it's kind of like a down moment. And so I kind of left. I forgot when I head out. Because when I came back, what happened? What was happening? When I came back, he was like prepping her, like giving her the to go.
Wow, dang, you missed quite a bit.
So, no, because I just went and ordered. Because I forgot when I left right before
make
that.
Popcorn, or?
Yeah, I think I had left right after she found out her friend was gone.
That's still a good.
Dude, that's
Steven.
Oh man,
you
need to go watch it again. Yeah. Jesus,
you missed like at least 2.
So God damn it! I even told my son, I go, damn, miss anything? He goes, oh no. I was like,
yeah, it'd make you feel good, man. What a boy.
What a boy.
I love him.
You missed like at least 3 good scenes, man. Like,
we took Ashley to his first rock show, and he was crowd surfing, dude.
Yeah, nice.
So that was my movie experience. That was.
Damn, I'm sorry. That sucks.
Spoiler.
We gotta watch it again. So that just gives us an excuse to watch it again.
There you go.
I'm down.
Tomorrow.
I'm down.
We're all off tomorrow.
So Steven said he'll give his thoughts. I feel so bad, dude.
There's 3 good scenes in there, man, that you missed that were like. Shit. It really set it up, man. Like I'm telling you, like those scenes when he first comes out, dude, I was getting chills, man.
Because I really didn't want to miss the beginning of it to see what was going on, which I'm glad. And I kind of did how he was kind of like talking, narrating. Seeing all the crimes that were going on to the little crimes that were happening and Like when they would see the bat signal and they're just like
looking around the corner.
Yeah, like man, this dude will get me.
Paranoid. And then also, I mean, one of the things that struck me a lot too was just the fact that like Commissioner Gordon straight up brings him into the crime scene.
Yeah.
And he's just like
he's walking and looking at everybody like,
yeah.
man,
I'm just
okay
like, damn, like,
dude. And the cops though,
and that's not even a big spoiler because that is in the trailers.
Yeah. But but dude, the whole scene of it. Okay, so like right off the back, they show the city. Y'all played the Batman game, right?
Yeah, Arkham.
Yeah, so it
looks just cool. Like
yeah, dude. So I thought that was awesome because they didn't just like they literally. I mean, it's like you watch Harry Potter, like they pulled it from somewhere, you know, like
yeah.
So they try to make it, and like I thought that was awesome because it didn't look like New York, it didn't look like Chicago, like all these other movies, you know, like it looked like its own place.
I see what you're saying because Nolan's movies look like Chicago,
and I was like, dang, dude,
look like Pittsburgh, you know,
like. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, so that's another thing I was gonna say because it did give me a good mixture of like the '90s Batmans as opposed to Nolan's Batmans. Mm-hmm. It was like the realism with the
kind of like
fantasy,
you know,
yeah.
Like high building,
because like
man.
Everything covered.
I mean, because if you look at even from like Batman all the way up to Batman and Robin, you know, between those four films, you can tell.
I'm not gonna lie, like even in Batman and Batman and Robin, like the way Gotham looks,
I would say
like the big old statues holding the building.
In itself, like the city itself was its own character for those movies.
It looked awesome,
and you know, as opposed to Nolan's movies, which you know, and Nolan's movies, I love that he did the realism. You know, everything looked more realistic. And then for the Batman, you know, this one it kind of brought like those elements together.
I think if I was 5 years older, I think I probably would have enjoyed The Dark Knight. Mm-hmm. But to me, like like this one too was like, man, I hope they show Batman a lot.
Oh, dude,
and you saw that, but also part of me, I'm a little older now, so I wanted to see a lot of Bruce Wayne, and that's probably only thing that I guess that I didn't like is I didn't get a lot of Bruce Wayne.
I will admit that in this movie, it's a ton of Batman, and at that we get
the title.
We get Bruce Wayne. But we don't get the millionaire playboy Bruce Wayne because he hasn't gone there yet. You know,
year two.
Like
this is supposed to be like year 2.
I cannot like when I talk to her about it. Bro,
but you know
year
what?
2.
I liked that.
Yeah.
I liked it. I didn't get
brute beating.
Especially in the beginning because like he loves to beat the shit out of these people. And he's just like, I love it. Oh.
And to go back to the end where he, you know, the adrenaline and he wails on this dude.
Oh.
Like there's also an animated. It's called Batman Year One.
Mm-hmm,
and that's you see. So like, dude doesn't know like when to stop. You know, he's still trying to gain the trust of Gordon and all the cops. And, and to me, like that's what they went with. And just the fact that like if you're not like a Batman fan straight like from the comics or like you're not gonna get it. So there is gonna be stuff that you don't like. Mm-hmm. But that goes for any Batman. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Like, I mean, dude, nobody liked the nipples. and it's just one of those like it's if you're a Batman fan you're gonna enjoy every aspect of it but if you're really digging into like where they're getting this stuff from, like even Affleck's Batman from The Dark Knight, those like it was good good because you based it off of that and you don't have to go far more or far too into it. Like that's just who he was.
So one thing like
and he didn't see him kill anybody.
No, he didn't.
Because Affleck was killing people with his damn car.
Yeah.
And,
but not only that, but I mean, Michael Keaton's Batman killed a couple people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all his villains died, pretty much.
Yeah. The only one that didn't really kill him was Christian Bale.
Yeah, but fuck him.
I mean, in Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins, he did have like some elements of like, you know, that Gotham wasn't like a real city because he had the big old, you know, train
that is really good
that you know they would use, and then then you also had what was that area that was supposed to be like the Narrows, and then he did use something from year 1 of the Batman where he calls the bats and Gordon's like, what is that? And he goes, back up.
Oh yeah, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. That's from Batman Year 1.
Yeah, because he was in. Yeah. Well, mind you, it was year 2. So. No, but
so okay, so like I said, prepping for this movie, like I started rewatching all the old movies, all the prior movies, And so one thing I like to do is like kind of compare and contrast. You know, like we get returning characters played by different actors. Mm-hmm. We get Robert Pattinson, Bruce Wayne. We get Andy Serkis as Alfred. Let's start off there. What do you guys think of that? Because for me, in my Hall of Fame Alfreds, it's Michael Caine. Probably what's fucking Scar's name from Lion King? Scar, the one who plays him.
Oh, Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons. We got, and after that, Jeremy Irons, because he was so in tune, like working on the equipment, this and that. Like I love that. And then honestly, last one was Andy Serkis. And again, because like it may be because like this Batman is still trying to figure out, like they're still trying to figure out the ground. And then Michael Goth, which is the original Alfred. I mean, he was good. He was good, but he just kind of seemed like just like a butler. Like,
and if you go into the comics, you find out dude was way more than just
more involved.
Yeah,
well, okay, and I was trying to talk to my sister about like what's awesome is when he goes up to Bat and he's like, oh, like, hey, so and so is coming. You need, and he's like, no, like I don't want to do that. But he's like, dude, like it just showed who Alfred was because Alfred was the one keeping the family, the name up, keeping everything that the Waynes and all this stuff did. You know, while bringing up Bruce Wayne. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you're good.
Bringing up Bruce Wayne and it just like that's who he was. He was like Bruce Wayne was, he's part of the Waynes, but
yeah.
Alfred was the one really in the comics and everything was the one keeping up the family and how do you say, like, I mean, Thomas Wayne trusted him, enough for him to raise. If anything happened, like he was gonna take, he was gonna raise Bruce Wayne.
That's why I love. I mean, again, that's why Michael Caine's my favorite because he's like, I love how he goes, oh, I cared for you the first time I heard his cries echo through this house. Yeah. It's like, oh, it's so good.
and that's what it showed. But this one is like year 2, and that's, he was trying to get him to get into all the Playboy and stuff, but he's like, no, like I'm like, dude, I'm like, I got something to do, and Bruce Wayne's the last person I need to be.
Yeah.
And like I know we were talking before how like he was battling that. Like he was Batman, and what's cool is I don't think they even show the aspect of how like messed up he is. He's still fresh. Like he's like, man, I need to be Batman.
He's angry.
Yeah, and it's a battle with him to find out who, and eventually as the movie goes on, like I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting after Riddler talks to him like, okay, this dude's gonna start like cleaning house, but no, like he was still being Batman. And so
he still hasn't been pushed to his limit yet.
Yeah,
that's exciting because like
so there's a whole lot more they can go with it, and just from that aspect, like. It's. I mean, you can go anywhere with it, and I think it'll still be a great story.
So, if you had to, where would you rank this, Alfred? That's a question for both of you.
For me, definitely between a. Because I'm gonna go in between. I'm gonna do maybe like a 5.5. Not to badmouth anything about Andy Serkis. I mean, he's a good actor. He's great. I thought, when they announced that he was going to be Alfred, I was like, oh, that's going to be a pretty good fit. Just right now with this being the first one, not knowing what's going to happen after this, I thought he did pretty good. I was just kind of like, what's with the cane?
I didn't like that because, I mean, Alfred, for him being
old,
he's still
he looked like he was
mobile.
already almost indisposed or something.
Like I said, hopefully they do. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I would like to rank it and all that stuff, but like you need to see more of of what. But yeah, like I mean, who knows?
I'm trying to have fun, Ernest.
Yeah, it was like who knows? The dude's gonna, I don't know, kick the cane and it's a shotgun or something,
Yeah.
So I mean.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I didn't like that though.
Like, there's nothing more that I would want than for there to be a second Batman with Andy Serkis returning, and then people coming out of that movie like, who saw the movie? Alfred. Like that'd be cool. Like I would love that because I mean Alfred is a very pinnacle role. I mean, and like I said, like the way Michael Keaton played him, where he kind of had a backstory, he told him stories of his.
Dude was kind of Batman before Batman, if you.
I mean, in his own way. But like, I always just love that. But like, as far as like his connection with Bruce Wayne, that's kind of like where
and they showed that, dude.
Yeah, because you show them kind of at odds in this one. And it's just like they're not clicking as opposed to Ben Affleck and Jeremy Irons or Michael Caine and Christian Bale, where they played off each other really well, and they like. Alfred balanced out Bruce Wayne's madness.
yeah.
Like it was just I don't
Like,
know.
and
Like,
as much as he didn't agree, like you gotta be at the same time, he was still helping him be Batman.
yeah.
So,
Okay, so then next one over, Commissioner Gordon,
dude,
played by Jeffrey Wright, who is also the Watcher on not the Watcher, on the Watcher on What If?
What If?
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. In the old ones, you don't see him be as he's just more of
he was a dope. He was a dope in the old one. Do you remember?
yeah.
The part of Poison.
I don't know about Batman.
With Poison Ivy, she's like, here's the key to the city, and he's like, call me, like, fuck off. But then obviously you get Gary Oldman coming in, and he, I mean,
I think Gary Oldman blew it out of the park. You know,
I was trying to fight them all.
Yeah.
and then I mean, you get a little bit of him, but you get J.K. Simmons in Justice League playing Commissioner Gordon, which I love J.K. Simmons, and I think just this falls under the category like we just didn't get enough of him because he falls kind of like third place to me.
I say but this guy was, he's there, trusted Batman, even didn't know what he was doing, still trusted him.
Yeah.
And at the same time, trying to get GCPD to trust him as well. And mind you, like, getting down and dirty with them, which was, but one of the parts, like, I really loved, and you can go back to, like, the cartoons and all the stuff where they capture Penguin. And they're going, hey, he was there.
They're, like, interrogating him?
Yeah, and, dude, it was, like when I saw him that part, dude, my smile was just getting bigger because that's exactly who they were, and and like again, it was only a year. Like even in the beginning, oh man, well, I mean, shoot, you're telling me to come here and like I'm only known you for 2 years.
Yeah,
you're gonna at least show me yourself. But dude, when they interrogate Penguin, man, was one of the best parts about the show. Their relationship, man.
Love that scene, and it immediately was followed by probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Where they're leaving, he's like, I'm still tied up.
Yeah.
Walking like a fucking penguin. I'm like, oh my god, like really, they're doing this right now. Like,
dude, it was so. Commissioner Gordon and
that?
Batman though.
Yeah.
What was your reaction?
Dude, I
We just all busted out laughing.
I love that part.
Everybody did.
I love that part. It was freaking hilarious.
So funny, like,
what are y'all doing? You finish each other? We're doing the
take it easy, sweetheart. Dude, Colin Ferrell
knocked Penguin out the water. And again, going back to the game,
then I like him too. It's like it's la. Y'all don't even know Spanish.
Yeah.
Dude, but going back to the game, like if you saw that Penguin out of the Arkham game, like
he'd been scary.
But it I don't know, dude. It's the way they went about it. It the whole thing just fit.
Yeah.
The scenery, the characters,
dude,
who they based
I was
off
just
of.
watching the movie. I'm seeing this guy, Penguin, on there, and I'm just like, I'm just like, this is not Colin Farrell, dude. Like,
man.
This is a whole other actor, but it's fucking Colin Farrell, dude.
And like, going shout out to my cousin John because he he likes Colin Farrell, and just like from the beginning, like, dude, Colin Farrell's Penguin, he's gonna be badass, and sure enough. Dude, he was so badass. Like, dude, he was.
Like, a lot of people don't give Colin Farrell some credit, but dude, he's played some good characters.
Yeah,
in some movies, dude, and like, I've even liked him because he did a guest appearance on one of my favorite shows, Scrubs, and dude, he was freaking even hilarious on that show, dude.
Really?
Yeah, and I know people kind of like give him like shit too for if you reach in there, give me the dark one. Kind of give him shit for Bullseye from Daredevil, but I mean,
dude,
I thought he was pretty good.
What do you do?
Because I'm like Bullseye.
He was awesome. I loved it.
But that was like the first of its kind. So I don't know.
That was a fun movie. I don't give a fuck.
I still think that was a fun movie.
Badass too.
But yeah, so yeah, we're talking about Gordon. I think this Gordon was pretty good. Steven, what you think about Gordon in this movie?
I think Jeffrey Wright, did really good playing the part.
He owned it, man.
Yeah, he did.
You know, not nothing
he
against African Americans, man. Like I'm not too crazy about people switch it up because they're trying to go after the crowd. But I mean, it fit.
Yeah. It fit really good. The only thing is that I think he did bring what he could to the table as Commissioner Gordon, but I feel like he could have probably done a little bit more. He could have brought in his taste to it. I just kind of feel that he just kind of.
What movie have you
he
really
kinda-
saw him on as?
I remember him from like the Hunger Game movies.
Oh,
The last two he was in them. He was also in Westworld, which is a show on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
What else have I seen him in? Seen him in a few other stuff, but definitely those are like the two main.
As much as
main
like
things I've seen him
like how
in.
you said, like he could have. I don't know, man. I feel like Commissioner Gordon was. There's a certain set of what you can play with him because, mind you, this dude's clean cut guy. You know, like again, not into any of the. Like you're dirty or was it
like corruption?
Yeah.
But what I did like is the relationship that they give him and Batman.
Yeah.
Because
that kind of like hesitant type of like like I trust you but
at
I
the
don't.
beginning and at the end it was just like your call.
Because they didn't really do that. I felt like they kind of didn't hit that too hard with Nolan. I mean, it's like they tried, but
I feel like they were their own two things. Yeah,
they're both doing something.
Batman
different.
he was doing, and he was coming and doing his thing, and it just never.
And then they definitely didn't use it with the, from Batman to Batman and Robin.
Yeah, because and with the Christopher Nolan movies, there were parts where like Batman would show up with the police investigation, and he'd be like, "Just give us a minute," or he'd be like, "Commissioners, because this guy's dying. Give us a minute." Like it was okay. That was a good scene, but it was kind of throwaway. It was more for me in these movies. It was more like these officers really have a problem with him being here, and he's really sticking his neck out for them. And it's also just you could I don't know about you guys, but you could just feel the tension when he was just in the crime scene and they're just all looking at him like,
you share this Commissioner Gordon? Like he got gloves. It's like damn, boy, yeah. But it was.
But I think he fit in this particular Batman, and he fit perfectly.
And it just goes to show, though, it's not so much like their character; it's the whole plot of what the director wanted to do with him.
And I also love that part where he's all like, he goes, I thought you pulled your punches, and he goes, I did.
Yeah,
I was like, damn. Okay, so one of the last ones that I want to get to is compare and contrasting, because it's just multiple. Appearances,
so many.
But but there's like one of the big ones is Catwoman, played by Zoey Kravitz. In the previous movie, she was played by Anne Hathaway, which I thought, and then Steven's favorite, Michelle Pfeiffer. So
dude, she kind of gave me those vibes though, man. Like a little bit, but
real horny vibes. Yeah, oh, definitely. Anne Hathaway was not horny at all. She was just
mysterious, like chase me, you know, like
she goes, come with me, and then he eventually comes with her, and then it's awesome. Michelle Pfeiffer was horny as hell, licking Batman's face. You ever see that scene? He's all like, and she goes,
that's who she was though in the comics. Like the homegirl was trying to get at it, well, not trying to get at it, and
Catwoman in this day and age will have a OnlyFans
for sure. She probably wanted to be Catwoman. She probably wanted to be mugging people.
Hey. Oh yeah, that's right.
But
she'd be like Cardi B, dude, drugging up the guys and stealing from them.
You sounded like that one dude. Hey, bro. Hey, dude.
was it Chloe?
Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz.
I liked her chemistry with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I was. And this is a spoiler. I wasn't too big of a fan that she was a daughter of Falcone.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, okay.
I think that was my biggest
fine.
takeaway.
Especially because spoiler. It's all spoilers. Again, that she wasn't one to take him out. If he did her so wrong and this and that, they're trying to build that up, it would make sense that she'd take him out. But I guess also Batman was trying to protect her, this and that, blah blah blah. But I don't know. I was just like, I was kind of lukewarm about that.
I felt that was lazy writing.
That's exactly what I felt about it. I was like, okay, whatever.
That was just lazy.
Yeah, but again, I forgive it because of how better they did other stuff.
Yeah.
I would have taken it more as if she was already born and the mom got involved with him.
Yeah.
you know, but as opposed to him being
Yeah,
the
like
actual father.
like him helping out the mom for some reason, and
Yeah.
like she's just like kind of like drawn to him,
Mm-hmm.
but not being
the biological father.
biological father, you know. So and then also speaking of that, John Turturro as
Oh, dude, John Turturro is such a badass actor, dude. I pretty much like him in.
You enjoyed
everything.
it?
Yeah.
You liked it?
Homeboy's Italian, man, and
Yeah.
like
I loved it. I just could not get out. I just could not, for the life of me, stop thinking about Don't Mess with Zohan. I was like, dude, all I see is Zohan, and all I see is The Night of.
No,
Remember with
I was seeing The Night of and Transformers.
Yes,
that's in the back of my head. It's like
all I kept seeing,
hey,
like,
where's my
like
gun? Like
because like he's a
Hey, when
like
Bumblebee's pissing on him.
he's a great actor, and I love him, and I liked him as his role. I just could not get that out of
And
my
you
head.
know-
Well,
think it would've happened to Robert Pattinson.
but that's the thing. That's why he's such a great actor, dude. He could go from comedy to drama to fucking just whatever, dude.
Yeah, and then
And
so
he-
okay, so let me get this straight, because these names were mentioned in The Dark Knight, and that's why the other day we watched The Dark Knight. I kind of like said a name out loud. I was like Maroni, because
Yeah.
Maroni is mentioned in this. And he got Falcone, which is John Turturro.
Mm-hmm.
His number 2 is Penguin, right? So, because remember, cause like Penguin's like, you fucking rat, like, you know, all
Yeah.
this stuff. Like,
it was you.
I thought that was cool. I was just like, I was so confused because like Maroni and what's the other dude's name?
Falcone.
sound the fucking same. So I was like, shit, like what the hell's going on? And again, because in Dark Knight, remember Aaron Eckhart are like, this is a sworn statement. This is a sworn statement from you saying that something Maroni is the head, is now the crime family of the is now head of the Falcone crime family. It was just, it's confusing. Like it was just like I was just like, what the like who's who? But I like that. Like I know, like I really quite enjoyed that they brought in John Turturro to play.
Yeah, because
Falcone.
we do get a Falcone in the Nolan movies, which was played by Tom Wilkinson.
Wilkinson. Yeah, he's in the beginning. He goes,
know,
"You come here with
and then,
with your anger."
And then Eric Roberts is the one that takes over in The Dark Knight as Maroni.
Oh, he's Maroni.
Yeah.
Eric Roberts. He's Maroni.
Yeah, he's Maroni.
Take it from a better. He goes, take it from a. What does he say? He
Take-
goes.
yeah, I know what you're saying. He goes,
Take it from one profession to another. From this spot, the kill wouldn't kill me.
The fall wouldn't
fall
kill
wouldn't
me.
kill me. I'm betting on it.
I'm betting on it.
Yeah. So that's
But
Maroni.
then he still yells, ah!
So that's Maroni. And then Falcone is all like, you think since your mama and your daddy got murdered that you know about the dark side of life. Like, oh, it's so good.
But see, that's where I liked Christian Bale's Batman, and why I think
story.
the Dark Knight is one of the best movies is because he's still in between that, you know, how to get what he needs from these criminals. You know, like he tosses Eric Roberts' character from a building, breaking his knees. He's beating the crap out of the Joker, trying to find out where Rachel and Harvey Dent are. What else? Like, I don't know. That's why I just feel like, you know, he's still kind of like figuring himself out how he needs to go about this, and you know what he needs to do.
Trying
Yeah.
to gain the trust
Yeah.
of all these.
See, but like, I just feel like he was trying to figure that out through every single movie. Like even in the Dark Knight Rises, because he's like Miranda, you're the one, you know. And she stabs him and all this bullshit. Like,
And that's why it fits better with the Batman. And now where he's like, well, mind you, he can't even get into the damn interrogation room because they don't even trust him. You know, and finally, like, oh, at the end, hey, like, he wants you. They let him go.
yeah.
And even then, and then when he goes and
I do like too
intimidates
that
Penguin.
the mayor elected was also like didn't want to like nothing to do with him. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we don't need this vigilante. And then when he goes and he's like reaching his hand out to help her, and she's just like,
Yeah.
and somebody else comes in there.
Yeah,
and
the
finds
little
It's her
boy.
son or whatever.
Yeah.
And that, you know, and that's another thing too. Is it's about like she had she had a wife already. Like she was, I guess, lesbian or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, but like I don't know. I'm not crazy about it, but that's the thing is like in DC, like that stuff like was already existing.
I see what you're saying, and it's kind of like what I kind of thought about, like with Thor.
'Cause I know there's a lot of
like this
people
stuff,
still
this
mad,
stuff
you
already
know?
exists, and like the fact that they have to go out of the way to like mention it, which again, in this day and age, that's what they have to do to please the masses, which is fine. But it's just like, it shouldn't have to be that way, I guess.
But I do like that they also didn't push it on you. It's subtle.
It's subtle.
I think they mentioned it twice.
And I think that's how it should be. You know, like we do need to introduce it in, to let people know that it is out there, it does belong, but that
and it's normal.
You don't need to flash it into someone's face. It just settle it in, and that was it. It's no big deal because, I kind of missed it the first time, and then when I realized, like, oh shit, okay, that's cool, that's awesome, But like, I don't need you to push it in, by trying to make them like kiss or something, or I don't know.
I'm ready to get my cheek slapped by this beer.
But I know we talked a little bit about it, but I just, we still have to do kind of
go for it.
Still do a compare and contrast on this one too. Is the penguin itself? We
right, yeah, because there has been more than one person that plays him.
Yeah, and we're only doing just the movies, and I know we've only been doing the movies up to the Tim Burton's all the way up to the Matt Reeves, between. Those, because I know obviously people would include Adam West and stuff like that, but that's kind of like was way before me.
None of us were alive back then.
Well, not just that, but like I did used to watch the old Batman shows, but it's like,
but Batman developed far more after that, way more.
Because we didn't get Batman surf dancing.
Shark spray, was it bat spray?
Yeah,
shark repellent.
So obviously we've had two penguins in live action movies. Danny DeVito in Batman Returns, and now Colin Farrell.
Daddy,
which is great, yeah.
Daddy, he's the best one. Colin Farrell, Daddy, he's the best one.
Well, no, I'm not saying which one is the best, because
he's the best one.
Obviously, but like
I said, Danny DeVito was more of just a freak, of evil freak.
Just a pussy I was looking for. It's like, oh, dude, that's fucking Daddy.
Yeah, and I love that they made him like thug. He was just a straight up gangster running. And another thing, dude, is the club, the whole scenery, the music, like the people, like, bro, like that's you watch like all
so, and we know because Falcone does call out Penguin's flaws, like you're just a gimp or whatever. I feel bad saying it. But like
I didn't catch that part, to be honest. This is the first time I'm hearing it. It's so bad.
In Batman Returns, like you said, he was just like a freak, altogether.
They brought him in
like his hands, the way they had his hands, and like his his features and stuff like that.
What was I gonna say? Oh no, I love that scene where like Batman breaks into the club and he talks to Penguin, and they're literally in his office talking. I'm just like, damn, like. That's cool. Like he's like he's in the office talking to the Penguin about like he's doing detective work. I thought that was awesome. And again,
whatever it means by
this plays up to the road that because Colin Farrell set up that it's like this is who I am. I'm a crime boss. You want to get my attention? This is how you do it. Okay, and the fact that he's not even scared of the Batman, he's like, oh yeah, I'll tell you what you want to know.
He says to him when he after he's done fighting all those dudes. Oh man, you're everything they say you are.
Yeah,
like dude.
Like he's just
like he already knew about him. Like,
I love it. I love that line. Take it easy, sweetheart. Like it's just like that's so like gangster and so like fucking cool. So yeah, I mean, Danny DeVito, kind of set the groundwork. And I know you're not saying to mention TV, but the dude from TV walked so Colin Farrell could run. Because the dude in TV was like more, like he didn't have like the deformed features. He was just kind of like have Penguin kind of like features, but he kind of worked his way up in the ranks, right?
Which is exactly who.
So which is exactly. He's a thug, exactly. Like I love it. So yeah, I say I'll stick by that. The Gotham Penguin walk, so the Batman Penguin could run.
So before I get to one more thing here too, so watching the movie, and I've kind of heard this once before, that there was a hint of a Robin in this movie. What do y'all think about that? Like, if
you gotta show me, dude, because I mean, seeing it once just
I didn't catch any Robin references, but if that's the case, if they're gonna do a Robin, I just wish that they do it better than Christopher Nolan did, because I think
I hated that.
Christopher Nolan. That was probably the worst thing about that movie is that like. you name Robin. Like, no, if you're gonna say that stupid fucking line, you should use your real name. You should say like Richard or Dick or Grayson or something.
I would have loved Richard because
or like Richard, you know, they should
See,
use your
watching
name,
it back
Richard.
then, that threw me off. Like,
because I'm just like, this dude's name something like Blake. I'm just like, so get those people off and just like, oh, you should use your real name, Robin. Like, oh, fuck off, you know, like, so like, that's. And granted, because The Dark Knight Rises, like, I love that very last scene where, like, they show him walking up to the Batcave and it goes up and you hear the music. It's cool. It just would have been better if it was set up better. And, you know, like, and then, of course, we get the Ben Affleck one where they kind of tease that, like, Robin's been dead. I love that. That was cool. But in this one, like, again, like, Batman's still young. So if there's, like, an ever tease for Robin, I just hope that they do it right, like they do it.
So the tease I'm kind of talking about, and this could be debunked right away as well too. But you know, is that it's supposed to be Tim Drake, Robin? You know, obviously Dick Grayson first Robin, who becomes Nightwing, then Damian, which is Batman's son.
Well, isn't he the third?
Or
because he's after
Jason Todd.
Yeah,
and then
because he's
Damian.
already when is it Jason Todd who's already redhead, or it's.
So it's Dick Grayson.
Mm-hmm. There's a bunch.
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd's the one that gets killed, right?
He's red.
Yeah, he's the one that gets killed by Joker.
Yeah,
and,
so
then then it's Tim Drake.
Tim Drake.
And then it's the girl, Sophie. Oh, the girl.
No, she's the last one.
She's the last one.
Yeah, because then it's.
Because pretty much all of the Robins and Batgirls get set up, and then
okay, pretty much we already know. We already know. We just straight up know Dick Grayson's the 1st one. Yeah. Whether who's the second or third is Jason Todd, Damian, then Tim Drake, and then the 5th one is the girl.
Okay, yeah.
But here's my thing: it's the movie, it's the universe. They can go any way about it, and as much as like you get pissed because it's it. Like even at the end, they go based off of characters. Like it goes with Marvel, and that's the thing is it's not. It's just. They put it that way because those were the rules. It's a movie. They can do whatever they want, and people can get mad. So I told my cousins. I told Pablo.
Yeah, because there's another thing that in the movie that I hated was that the partnership that Thomas Wayne had with Falcone.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was kind of
we're like, because at first it was like you're starting to get little like hints like, oh, is Thomas Wayne like a bad guy?
Yeah,
and you're like, but I will counter that. I will even say that like that. Because of that scene with Alfred and Bruce in the hospital, Andy Serkis gives an amazing performance where he's all like, "Your dad wasn't a bad man. He just did a bad thing."
Yeah, like, I think
that kind of summed it all. Like he was trying to protect your mom. I was like, okay, I'm so glad that they did that because for a second there, I'm like, don't make Thomas Wayne the fucking bad guy.
But you know what though? Is another thing that came in my head was like Flashpoint. Mm-hmm. Where they start talking about the mom's crazy.
Dude,
yes! So
when
when they start bringing like, oh, you trying to cover up your mom's a psycho and your dad's a bad dude and like, bro, that's the first thing that came in my head.
So
was
for you guys that don't know, in the Flashpoint comic in the animated movie, that Flash goes back to an alternate timeline where
Bruce Wayne
Bruce was the one that died in the alley.
Just talk about the Batman,
and not his parents.
Yeah.
And so Thomas Wayne became an angry, killing Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
And
his mom just
Martha Wayne went psycho and became the Joker. So yeah, when they started saying like he was trying to protect your mom because she had like mental issues, I'm like, I was like, holy shit. And that just kind of like set it off. I'm like, damn, that was a really good attention
as much
to detail.
as like I didn't like that like they made Thomas because it was giving you vibes that Thomas was a bad dude, but however when they're talking about the relief and all that stuff and like dude, that's what they did before Bruce Wayne came into power, because even in like the Nolan, like they're showing how Batman's like taking over, like he wants more to take over the business and rid everybody of being dirty and stealing and that's that's the thing, is that they can go into the next Batman where he becomes that that Bruce Wayne that he needs to be.
Yeah.
So like as much as like it threw me off, like man dude, like they're making him become, but it brought me, the first thing was Flashpoint, and the second thing on how this Bruce Wayne needed to become a way better, not just a great Batman, but a great Bruce Wayne, and how much he needed to clean up in order to rid the city of everything, he needed to be a great Batman and a great Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So,
well, okay. So I want to continue this conversation, but I think we should take a little break.
Okay.
And
Take a little break, and we'll be
right back at it.
Right back.
And that sound means only one thing, and one thing only, that we are back from the restroom. At least I am.
You are. You are.
I'm a big boy.
So again, if you're not knowing what's going on in this episode, if you haven't been watching whatever, you hope you've been watching.
Daddy.
We've been doing nothing but Batman spoilers, Batman comparisons.
Yeah, everything Batman, everything spoilers.
Batman, all the way from 1989 Batman up to present Batman.
Pattinson,
Oh shit!
baby.
That we're doing.
Daddy
Well,
Batman.
as far as movies go. So, quick thing. Well, not quick thing, but just so we were just talking about, what was the last thing we were just?
We were talking about Penguin, Falcone, the crime,
so
stuff.
We got those. Those were some of the villains on there, but let's get to the main villain here. So this is the second time we've gotten this villain in a live action movie. First time it was portrayed in Batman Forever. Worst Batman ever. Batman Forever.
Whoa. I like Jim Carrey, bro. I'll fight you.
I'm just. But we've gotten this character before in Batman Forever, played by none other than Jim Carrey himself, the Riddler.
Val Kilmer, bro.
Dude, Val Kilmer, the best lips in the business.
Hey, sounds like almost close. If you watch snippets and you compare it to Kevin Conroy, close. Pretty damn close.
Also, Nicole Kidman, she was so hot in that movie. Oh God.
And then
mysterious.
Come on, Seal with the song.
Oh yeah, and then a young Drew Barrymore.
Oh yeah,
she was one of Two-Face's little girls, But yeah, so Jim Carrey's Riddler, funny. Nothing. That is exactly what I expect from a Jim Carrey Batman role.
I like that his background fit more to like the comics. Like, well, I wouldn't say
when he was a freak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and I would say in this one they didn't really give him too much. Well, I mean, they did give him some backstory.
I just wish there was more forensics though in there. Like he was just made him like a computer. Like,
so, and obviously in this one we get none other than Paul Dano. For those of you who don't know him, he's a really good actor. First time I saw him was in Little Miss Sunshine.
Little Miss Sunshine.
Funny movies.
He was in Prisoners.
Prisoners.
He was in what's that fucking movie with Daniel Day-Lewis?
Daniel.
What's that damn movie? Where he's like, he plays a priest and he's all like, I have abandoned my child. I have abandoned my child. What's it called? There Will Be Blood. There Will Be Blood. Yeah, There Will Be Blood.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, I don't mean either.
All right. Swiss Army Man too.
Oh yeah, Swiss Army Man. But yeah, so Paul Dano came and played the Riddler. The Riddler. Do they ever say his name?
The Riddler.
Yeah. They found out that it was Edward. Not
Nigma.
Because there was another. Because he did didn't he show two IDs?
He had two. Yeah, to go, when they pinned him down.
I wish it was
IDs
real quick.
It was real great.
Well, one of them did say Edward, and the other one said something else.
Something Nigma or something Enigma or no.
And no, I thought it said like Patrick or something like that.
But no, the last name.
But I wish they would have showed it a little bit more.
Like Natasha.
Yeah, Nash or Nat.
So it was weird. It was something weird. But
so it was Enigma?
It was Enigma.
That's another thing I did not like, dude. But again, they can do whatever they want.
Do you know where they got that from, though? And it's because they might have got it from somewhere else. Dark Knight. Remember when he's all like, Patrick Harvey, something Dent. Like, it was Harvey Dent. Like, it was like two idea. I thought that was pretty cool.
But anyway, so yeah, like, he had two IDs, and she's like, which one are you? And she's like, I don't know. You tell me.
Dude,
riddle me this, fuck boy.
Yeah, dude. Definitely gives off Zodiac vibes.
Yeah.
Definitely Zodiac vibes. And this is where the horror element in this fucking movie comes into play. I thought he was fantastic. He kind of
It reminded me of the Chris Nolan, honestly. Like with the characters, not so much the Riddler, but the characters as far as
kind of be more grounded. A more grounded story.
And it just
because he was an orphan that was under the Wayne kind of house, but he wasn't taken care of.
The renewal, right?
Yeah. And so that I was like, okay, they're digging a little bit, but
they did mention that he was in forensics though.
They did,
and I believe they did.
I thought they said accounting.
That's what I'm saying, man. We watched it once, and I wished I would have saw it one more time. I was supposed to go to early this morning.
Well, poor Steven missed the whole damn movie.
Yeah, dude. I'm legit
so mad for you.
I cannot believe that happened to you.
I'd been like, y'all go get your own food.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been waiting for this.
I'm gonna ask my sister, Kristen, and Kristen's pregnant.
You would have asked Samson.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, dude, you can walk ready to go get our food.
Yeah. Just so you know. No to strangers.
Nah. Just say I'm Batman. Yeah, dude. Paul Dano, dude. I think knocked out of the park. There was a time there where he was kind of
yeah.
I'm just like, okay, I like it, but it's just you're giving me some more vibes,
Mm-hmm.
And
okay, so this Riddler, as opposed to the Jim Carrey Riddler, what did you think? Was it better, slightly better, or just
I don't know. Okay, because they're two different things.
It depends.
Because this one was a
movie.
funny one. The original one was funny, but he had good riddles. Remember, that pull my tongue and this and that, the cards.
Jim Carrey could have probably been Joker if they would have went that way.
Yeah, and plus Jim Carrey's suits in that movie were cool, but they were ridiculous. They were ridiculous.
I hated the tights one.
The tights, yeah.
You go to the comments.
And his orange
wore
hair.
tights and the damn little I forgot the style of the hat. The bowl cut hat,
one scene. I don't know why.
I know Jim Carrey wore that suit.
Yeah,
but I love when he's in the Batcave. He goes,
yeah.
He throws the fucking bombs. It's so funny.
Which is kind of what the Riddler was. I know a lot of people don't give the Riddler so much credit.
I'm always kind of conflicted because a lot of portrayals of the Riddler show him off as a manic dude. I'm just isn't that the Joker?
Yeah.
But in a weird, it's a Joker, but in a kind of
I wouldn't say that,
a mysterious way, because he's because in the first one he's man, jumping around doing the thing, and then in this one he's kind of crazy, you're not as smart as I think you were, which is creepy. I love it. It's awesome. I'm just is this a Riddler? Is this what the Riddler is? Because I don't know, but I like it. But is this what he is? Because this kind of seems a little similar to the Joker. But Joker could be a whole other thing. We've had many iterations of the Joker. But
I love the tie-in with the modern times with the whole online thing, and the whole people are giving them
oh, they were
they were helping them,
they're helping them,
yeah.
And they all showed up too.
They're going off of Trump supporters, man. Teaching them because they're to help the elect, because they want good or whatever, but. They were out there giving them tips to
very political.
Yeah, very. And you know what though, but it's cool. You it just goes off of the times that we're in, and you can relate to it. Anybody can.
Yeah.
So, but that I felt was a really cool aspect of what they put into it.
So we're all in agreement. Thumbs up for Riddler.
Yeah, sure. His smile, bro.
Would you like to see him come back?
Oh hell
definitely.
yeah!
Hell yeah! What do you think about his little costume with the tape?
That part is the part that reminded me of the Nolan movies.
I thought it was creepy. I liked it.
But but again, it's I don't know, dude. I mean, you can go a lot more ways after this Batman, so he can develop. And remember, everybody likes a comeback story.
Yeah.
Not gonna go into that, but when, he can come back and go whichever way he wants with it.
Yeah. So, since we're talking about Joker, since we're talking about Riddler. Fuck! I just ruined that. There was a very pinnacle scene in the very last. Kind of the last scenes in the movie.
Hated.
Which many people would have said that would have been a good post credit scene.
Yeah.
We get the Riddler locked up in Arkham, and he's talking to someone next to him.
Prisoner.
His official title in the credits is Arkham.
Or even if you go to IBM,
unknown Arkham prisoner. Played by none other Then Barry Keoghan, he played
Eternals.
Druid in Eternals, which I think he's probably one of the best things about that movie. I remember when I first heard him talking to Riddler, and he's all like, "Yeah, you know, people think this, and then they just think you're a clown." I'm like, "Oh shit! Like, really? They're doing this right now?"
When they showed his teeth, bro, was the first part that kind of gave me.
And I was like, I hear his voice. His voice sounds really familiar. And once I was familiar, I'm like, "Oh, it's Barry Keoghan." And
Yeah, my sister looked it up on the way home.
That's our tease for the Joker. And I will start this conversation by saying this. Matt Reeves has said that this is not a setup scene for the next movie. That he has no idea if Joker is even going to appear in the next movie.
Because you got to look up and see if he really signed on. Because I know I was talking to my sister and he didn't sign on for another one.
Well, so far no one signed on to anything.
Yeah.
But come on. I guarantee you.
You can't leave it like that, bro.
Come
like,
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Again, we're recording this on a Sunday. Come tomorrow. We're gonna get the box office for the past weekend.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna warrant a sequel. And I'm pretty sure Matt Reeves wants to come back. I know Robert Pattinson
already
wants
said
to come back.
he would wear it as many times as he could.
So again, like, this little scene was not meant to be like, oh, this is what's coming next. It's just like a little introduction to a character.
Like, again, you do
It's
it like
just
the way
put
they did
out
it.
there.
Yeah, it's just put there.
But you do it the way they did it, and you can venture out whichever way.
Yeah.
You can go talk about Batman's, leading up to Batman. You can go talk about after all that.
So let's venture out. Steven, am I gonna have to add another Joker to my arm? Barry Keoghan?
Oof.
What do you think about the actor playing that role? And do you think we're gonna see him anytime soon? Do you want to see him anytime soon? Do you want to see that actor playing him?
It's hard. It's hard because
It's so oversaturated. Right? It's
because
overdone.
we've talked about this. Like, why does DC always have to revolve themselves around Batman and Joker? Batman and Joker. It's always.
But has it not worked? Joker won an Oscar. Batman is amazing.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying.
Like, okay, we've already gotten that story again. Multiple times. Kind of the same thing of why, like, Spider-Man. We didn't. We've gotten the whole Uncle Ben scene. So
Yeah.
even though it was twice, but it still felt like too many times, and we didn't get it in Homecoming, which was okay. That's fine. That's good. That's great. We don't need to get the whole story again.
Did we get the murder scene in this movie? The family murder scene?
No,
We didn't, right?
no.
So there's another example.
It was just
Well, they said off the back that they weren't going to do it because it's been done so many times.
yeah, and it was.
It's cool they talk about it,
but they just brought it up.
Yeah, it's cool they
just
talk
talked
about it.
So the other
You know
thing
the
is
vibes.
like, do I want to see another Joker? Yeah, I would
With
like
this
to.
Batman.
With this Batman, but do I need it anytime soon? No, definitely no.
I'd be
I
cool
would,
if it was the last.
I would love for either
Hold on. I say
either for another villain that we've gotten before to come out, whether it be another Two-Face, another Scarecrow, or even just a whole other
Clay.
villain in general.
Yeah.
One thing I would love to see that I know this has been mentioned before is the Court of Owls.
I know. I was about to ask you about that right now. Before I was going to stop before you said that, but I'm going to throw the question your way. What do you think about this little tease of the Joker, the actor playing him, and do you want to see that in the next movie or?
Like I said, I would like to see it last, but if I don't know, if not now, when can be later down the line.
Yeah, because this actor playing him is not getting any younger,
Yeah,
they're gonna try to take
that's the thing,
advantage of him
though,
most of the time.
And you want to see them kind of like grow together if they're gonna depending on how many. Because mind you, it's year 2, so
He's still young.
and even then too, like who's to say like Batman can like how's their chemistry gonna be? How because that's one of the things too is it's not Batman and whoever, it's always Batman and Joker. And the other guys, I mean, you go down the list and like I like Bane, just because the Brew and everything, and that's one thing I would like to see, because I would Nolan's the Bane was, I wouldn't say he's a smart dude, but not in the way they did it. Like
I've
they gave
always
him a
liked,
voice, they gave him.
I've always liked Two-Face.
Yeah, And I like again, like I like seeing dude, and I like Nolan. That's one thing is what was his name that played him?
Aaron.
I thought he did awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For as far as the Nolan, I thought like the villains in that in those movies were top tier. Scarecrow, Joker, Bane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I wish you could pull him into anything else because they knocked those out of the park.
Yeah.
I'm not. We'll talk about Batman, I guess, last, but as far as those movies, the one thing I'll take away is their villains were top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Going into this, like just bottom line, I would like to see it down the line. I don't want to see it anytime soon. I don't want to have them push it out because DC's a big screw up when they do stuff like that. So I wouldn't mind waiting. And just the bottom line, like, bro, you heard him laugh. It's the biggest thing when it comes to anybody watching it. And then the thing is Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson were the best at it. And my thing is, you don't have to make it your own, bro. Joker is who he's gonna be, and leave it as is. But you can throw, as far as acting like him, you can throw your own style into it. But yeah, I don't mind seeing it anytime soon.
Yeah. So for me, obviously, I'm a big Joker fan. I have a bunch of Joker tattoos all over my body. At first, when I first saw it, when I first saw the movie, when I first saw the movie and I saw this scene, I was like, oh no, like really, like they're busting this out this early, like I thought, like, oh, okay, I was like, fine, whatever. It was a good scene. I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I was just like, do we gotta keep doing this over and over? And then I saw the actor that was playing him. I'm like, oh, I like the actor. He's a really good actor. Like, I started thinking, like, can I imagine him like Joker? I don't know. Because I mean, obviously, I couldn't see Heath Ledger doing that, and he knocked it out of the park. So never underestimate an actor's ability. But for me personally, I would not want to see him in the next movie. I would want them to explore maybe another villain. I love Two-Face. I love Bane. Mm-hmm. But again, since Nolan did those, I would love nothing more than to see him bring in like a Poison Ivy or Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Freeze, definitely. I want nothing more to see Mr. Freeze in a live action better than Arnold.
Mr. Freeze, or like I said again, because I was a little excited when Nolan did it, and I know he's already done it, but like I think he could do it. I think this character can come out more and be more of that, keeping in that kind of horror thing is Scarecrow.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Yeah, that would be cool. I would love to see Matt Reeves as horror kind of Scarecrow. Yeah, that would be sick because Scarecrow in the Nolan universe was awesome. And the fact that he came in...
But he wasn't even the main villain.
Yeah.
But he came back multiple times.
It's also another good way to push...
But I think that was like an introduction to the world more than anything else.
I think it'd be another good way to also push Batman's, like, his fears and all the stuff he's still working on.
And also, too, I just think, like, Scarecrow's... Chris Nolan's Scarecrow was just way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
I think people were not ready for that, But yeah, I mean, again, I love the actor, Barry Keoghan. I obviously love the character. I would love to see what he does with it. I just want to see something else for right now. You know, like I'm tired of Joker, to be honest. I mean, we've got Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker that lasted for a good while. I mean, I just want to see something else. I want to see something else, and hopefully, that Penguin series happens. We get more of that. We get, the Court of Owls would be awesome to see. I just want to see this Batman be a Batman and not have to worry about him connecting with like Justice League or any other shit like that. Like people are always talking about like, what about Superman? It's like, no, like let's just let this be what it is.
Because if they're gonna do Robert Pattinson as more of a detective Batman, then I could definitely see why Scarecrow could be the next and be a really good.
Can you imagine a Matt Reeves Scarecrow toxin trip like scene?
But not only that, but because of the fact that whatever the purpose of Scarecrow handing out his toxin and people freaking out and whatnot, and Batman trying to do detective work, like, okay, what's going on with these people, who's doing this, what's going on, this and that, I think that would be a perfect fit. And and like you said, and then doing it in like a horror way with Matt Reeves, I was like, dude.
And if they go off of the game, which was pretty damn good.
Oh, the Scarecrow in the game was pretty awesome.
Man. So if they're going off of that too, like the way they did in some of the scenery and all that, it's just set up to be pretty damn good.
And then obviously, you know, if you're gonna do like a character like Scarecrow, you gotta find somebody that's gonna like portray that character just as good as Paul Dano did for the Riddler.
Like I said, when you heard about though that scene was like not leading up to anything else, was that like before you saw the movie or like?
Which one?
Like he didn't, yeah.
Oh no! So I watched the movie and then I came home and I saw a video where they interviewed the director.
And how long did they go? Like, was that when they interviewed him? Because
Like,
I'm saying if he did it before the movie came out.
No. It was a press junket, so like it was leading up to the movie because these people already saw the movie. So
probably like a couple of months then, or like a week.
Like honestly, like maybe like a month ago. So like he already kind of like people already saw the movie. They're like, so they want to talk about that scene.
See, well, if he did it, prior to it being shown, I mean. No.
Like it was already shown, and he already kind of like that was the Joker
covering it up, or
yeah,
and just to see what because I feel like that's what this Batman was, to see how everybody bought into it. Because it's Matt Reeves, dude. Like dude has a long history of just making great movies.
You know how you mentioned Poison Ivy?
Yeah.
You know who I would like to see as Poison Ivy? Chloe Grace Moretz. I think that would be a good Poison Ivy right there.
Good. Yes. Matt Reeves, if you're watching, I know you are.
I hope.
And if we were to do a Scarecrow, I would love to see this guy, Cody Smith McPhee.
Damn, that's real specific.
Like, just if you ever see him, like he just has like that scrawny look to him and like pale look.
Oh, he was Nightcrawler in X-Men Apocalypse.
Like I think he can be like a really good one, or even I don't know, like just some like you said.
I want Timothy Chalamet playing Scarecrow.
Yeah. Damn, boy. Just start pulling people from Marvel.
Okay, so, I mean, I think we talked about a lot of most
Get Macaulay Culkin to do Scarecrow.
Hey, man, to make a comeback, though, that'd be some rowdy. I mean, this past couple of years been full of shocks. I wouldn't doubt.
So I have one more thing to ask you guys. I have to go to the restroom unless you guys want to let me out. But I want more question to pose to you guys. You guys could talk it out while I go to the restroom.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously we did compare and contrast, and this is to the biggest one of them all.
Batman.
Robert Pattinson as Batman. And I know for the majority of this movie, we did get a ton of Batman, and we got a little bit of Bruce Wayne. And I know it's a different type of Bruce Wayne. But aside from all that, what did you guys think about Robert Pattinson compared to Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, Val Kilmer, George Clooney?
Okay, yeah. So pretty much all the other bands,
all of them.
You
before him.
don't
up
know
to
where like you rank them,
and if all honesty, we're just talking about Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, and Ben Affleck, because I mean,
Val Kilmer was badass, man. I'm tired of y'all, man. Like. Dude was exactly what Batman was mysterious, and when he talked about Bruce Wayne, homeboy was a rowdy playboy with 2 girls in his arm, showing up to a damn circus. I mean, damn, boy. The voice, his voice. He even had the lips. I don't like that his hair was blonde or dark, light brown.
He was a dirty blonde. Right? He was a dirty blonde.
I did not like that, but bro, if you throw some black hair on that dude, and I hate y'all.
So obviously Ernest
Val Kilmer's up there, man. I love Val Kilmer, dude, as Batman. Dude was mysterious and everything. Even, I mean, dude, when the ladies were coming on to him, homeboy had no effect. Like,
you just
stood there. Dude, Val Kilmer was awesome, man. I mean, maybe not the supporting cast around him and the nipples, but bro, if you were to take a lot of stuff and really make it more serious to it, like if you would have probably put him in the Michael Keaton. Y'all would have put him. That's the thing, though. It's just that's what I tell everybody, dude. Michael Keaton's an OG, the first one to really, really do it and make Batman what it was. And you like, I mean, it's like Michael Jordan, and then you want to compare Kobe and LeBron. Like, he was the first to ever do it.
Everybody does it a different way.
Yeah, and everybody has their own style. But I mean, if you're gonna like I thought Michael Keaton was a great Batman. I don't think he was a good Bruce Wayne. I thought Val Kilmer played both parts really, really well. I thought Christian Bale was a good Bruce Wayne, not a good Batman. I thought Ben Affleck was a pretty damn good Batman and a pretty good Bruce Wayne. And now y'all are leaving?
Yeah.
Nah, just kidding, man. Right? They were just getting, man. This is the Ernest show. Nah, but like when you go into just the aspects of like, I mean, since we're gonna go into Pattinson, it's just one of those like right in front of the camera. When you go into Pattinson and like, that's the thing though, is that everybody wants to rank stuff. You want to rank, you know, Kobe and all these dudes, and then you go in the NFL, you want to rank like Tom Brady and all these dudes. Everybody has their own. Everybody has their own success. But when you really look at the details, like as far as Batman, you got to look at the both aspects. Were they a good Bruce Wayne? Were they a good Batman? And that's exactly how I rank them. Going into this movie, I wish I would have saw more Bruce Wayne. But it's year 2. Batman, or, you know, his Bruce Wayne didn't want nothing to do with the whole history of his family. You know, he just wanted to solve everything and make his city you know, better. And that's what he was focused on. So right off the back, I mean, you gotta go do this, you know, with Alfred. And no, like, I'm not worried about that, you know.
And it's funny that you say that because even like Andy Serkis' Alfred finally kind of mentioned like, oh, Bruce Wayne's finally gonna make an appearance. You know, like oh, okay.
And that's what it was. If you go back to the comments, like, it was like, I mean, seeing a shooting star when you saw Bruce Wayne and all that. Man, I got a burp too. But and then too, like, he comes to the car for the funeral. Everybody's going crazy because you never like, nobody's seen him, you know. And it was just good in the aspect that, you know what, and that's one thing that I take back that they did so good was they kind of overshadowed and took away that you really, like, you want to see more Bruce Wayne, but they took it away to the part where you can't really judge him off of being Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. So, you know, to compare and contrast with them all, I mean, obviously I think Christian Bale did really, really good as a Bruce Wayne. You know, his Batman was good. It's just I still can't get around that. Man. I still can't get around that voice.
He's a Batman with the lisp, bro, and nothing against people with lisp or anything like that. But
you know, I'm not wearing hockey pads. It's like, but you know, it's whatever. I still think it's kind of the same with Ben Affleck's Batman. You know, we didn't get very much Bruce Wayne, and then even then, when he was Bruce Wayne, he was still more Batman because he was still trying to figure stuff out. Yeah. But as Bruce Wayne, you know, without, you know, the...
See, and a lot of it, too, is where I go into, like, where, like, I wouldn't blame it on them. You know, like, these directors had mindsets of what they were going to do. But when they did do it, like, how well they did it. Like, the one thing go ahead.
So here's the other thing. I'm sorry to interrupt, but so, you know, let's talk about the bad voice.
Okay.
The bad voice. All of them, except I think Ben Affleck, had to do a bad voice. You know, for Ben Affleck to kind of help with that because I know everyone had, you know, their opinions about Christian Bale, and so Ben Affleck being the next one up, they had that, you know, whatever to kind of alter his voice in that. What, you know, so what do you think of, you know, going on with the bad voice?
See, well, that's what's good about when you look at the director's aspect. On, like, how well are they gonna be able to, like, cover up, hide, and as much as like you just don't want anybody to see your weak points on like stuff like that. So they add the voice, and like I'm saying, like I'm talking about this one, like they added the point where you didn't see a lot of Bruce Wayne, so you can't really tell, you know, what kind of. And two, he doesn't want to be Bruce Wayne, so you can't judge him on, like, if he's the playboy millionaire, if he's just, you know, a stand-up guy that's, you know, family, you know, taking care of his family values. But the voice, dude, and if you really listen to the snippets and his voice compared to, oh my gosh, that scared me. If you really listen to the voice, bro really brought back, like, the Michael Keaton dark, mysterious, and you know, like it was him, it was authentic. Damn, boy, you're drunk.
No.
Now Steven is.
Sorry, I tried to sneak on the table.
It was mysterious, and he didn't do too much with it, like I think Christian Bale did, and man, I'd rank him up there. I'd rank him for sure past Christian Bale, as far as Batman. I'd rank him definitely, like, way past Val Kilmer. I love Val Kilmer. You know, yeah, I'd rank him past, and you know what? And like again, I thought Michael Keaton was a good Batman, but then again, when I don't know, dude, you go into the fight scenes and stuff like that, like all this stuff, things change, so you can't even, But Homeboy had a range of where they pulled Batman from, and it was straight up the comic. It reminded me of the video game, and it was pretty damn close to Ben Affleck's fight scenes. So I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably rank them either 1 or 2.
So let's talk about fight scenes real quick.
Okay.
Who had the best fight scenes? Like who had the best? Like
Ben Affleck, hands down, dude. Out of a video game, like
Christian Bale, definitely third. His seemed to like
his suit though allowed him to do like all that,
But
like he was more tactical, like with
like,
all the stuff that he picked up in the first movie.
It just didn't seem too like
cartoonish.
It just seemed like one punch you're out. As far as Ben Affleck was, that dude took shit out, and in this one like he just beat people's asses.
And Homeboy took a shotgun to the damn chest, bro. Like dude was eating bullets like crazy, and that's what I love, bro. Because again, you go back to the video game, dude's armor, like dude was taking like a beating,
and the fact that like he got even pissed when they did that shit.
Yeah.
Like I love that. That's pretty cool.
It was awesome. Like I don't know how you can I tactical wise, skill wise, and just the fact that again, I just feel like it could have done more. But then again, Christian Bale's Batman, they made it more realistic. I feel like it was more for an adult audience. You didn't see Batman all the time. I just, it was more realistic.
I agree with Ernest. Simply for the fight scene in Batman v Superman, Ben Affleck's Batman has the best fight scene ever.
And in the Snyder Cut, screw the Justice League because that one, they made Batman look like a bitch. But in the Justice League, Homeboy was kicking ass and taking names.
I'll agree with that. Ben Affleck
taking ass and
kicking names.
Yeah, because this one, like I said, it was more brute. It was more. It was straight out of anger, and it seemed more.
And it still showed his fighting style, like when it goes back to like Christian Bale and like again, not one punch, but when you saw him like lay the punch, that hurt. And too, like going back to Commissioner Gordon, you should have held back your punch like I did. Like it just goes to show like how how strong this dude was.
My last thing on it, and I'm pretty much done after this, there was one scene that they took from Star Wars.
Uh-oh.
I hate you.
What?
Which was still a badass scene, though. But as soon as I saw it, me and both my son were like, that's like Star Wars. Rogue One. Think about it.
The hallway scene?
Damn, I need to go.
The fucking where he's like with the bullets. That was badass
though.
With
Darth Vader?
Yes.
The only reason I think this one is far better, because the Darth Vader one is badass. Go for it. The Rogue One thing is badass. Like obviously Vader with the red lightsaber and he just starts taking out people, this and that, blah 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 blah. This one had the element of darkness, and that's what I liked about it. It's just like because you don't see everything. All you see is just flashes, like little gunfire, and he's already taking them out. And then the last thing you see is just them shooting him up, and he's just walking like, that was so fucking cool. I thought that was awesome. But yeah, I can see where you can find a comparison for Star Wars. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, it was still a badass scene. It was so like, I was like, oh my god. Even myself was like, oh my god. But then we were just like, that's like Star Wars. It's like Darth Vader scene. Mm-hmm. And, obviously, the Darth Vader scene is dark, but what lights it up is the lightsaber, obviously, it's all red and whatnot. Seeing both of them, I think both scenes are just freaking amazing. They're both awesome. They're both like, oh my god.
I mean, you could also put the Daredevil hallway scene in that. I mean, it's not as like superior, but it's still pretty. It's still fun to watch. So, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. But yeah, the Darth Vader scene and this one definitely had a lot of comparisons. It's just for me personally. I just thought the Batman was way cooler. And I apologize for going restroom and ruining everything. But you guys talking about the best Batman? I posed that question. For me, I'm not gonna say Robert Pattinson is the best Batman. again, because it's still too early, I definitely loved him as Batman. I have to go Christian Bale though. I still have to go Christian Bale. I'm sorry, Ernie. I gotta go. My man C Bale. Only because he's a little more experienced. This one, he's still trying to figure himself out. He's still angry. He's still trying to work his way around. All this stuff. Homeboy got a lot to learn, but I loved Robert Pattinson as Batman. And also too, I loved the bat suit. I loved it. It was so good. I love how he takes that thing out and he cuts the fucking I thought that was.
He utilized it more than.
Yeah.
He utilized it more than probably any Batman. Because it was more just a utility belt.
Yeah.
Get off.
Do y'all remember when when the first images came out and they're like, oh, that's the gun that killed his parents, and it was, I'm like,
and
okay.
It didn't show that.
I'm like, maybe no, it's not.
But I will give that to you only because of the fact that you saw more of it, even from the beginning. Like they told the whole story and everything. So what he compared to going back to the Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer and George Clooney, like those were just like they were just there. They just gave it to the audience and you go back to Christian Bale and they throw the whole story out there. But I give it to you because you saw more of that, and that's one thing that I pray to God that Matt Reeves picks his back up and tells his story, dude, because Pattinson just blew it out of the water as far as what everybody thought they were gonna see. And you didn't, I'm pretty sure most of what you saw was nothing what you thought you were gonna see out of it.
So I have thought I had one more thing, but I got a couple more things, but I think we should just do them pretty quick.
Go for it.
So first one is, who had the best Batmobile?
Bro, you can't do that, man. Michael Keaton, for sure. It screamed Batman, and then everybody was copied after it.
No.
But I like Ben Affleck's. Ben Affleck's, to me, it was utilized, like, you utilized it for everything. It showed speed. It showed.
So at first, mine was Ben Affleck. After seeing the Batman, I'm gonna have to go Patterson.
Okay.
Patterson's.
The only reason why though. Okay, go for it.
Did y'all see the thing I sent y'all? Where the director was talking about that scene with a card.
Yes.
Going to the flames.
Yeah,
that was real. I was like, damn, that's a good Batman view. That's a good Batman view. But I'm gonna have to go with Ben Affleck.
Okay.
I have to go.
See,
Ben Affleck.
and the only reason why though is I don't put it is because it's a startup. You're not sure you're gonna see it from the beginning. It was still a work in progress. What's awesome?
He's definitely gonna add more parts.
Yeah, what's
he's
awesome
gonna add the wings to it.
Is they didn't show it in the beginning at all. Like you didn't watch it till towards. I mean, because the movie was long, but I guess towards the middle to the end.
And he was always in the motorcycle.
Yeah, and so you didn't see it, so you don't know what the next. If they do, and I pray to God, please, that they do another one, that you don't know what it's gonna look like in the second one.
I just like it because I think it's still way better. My least favorite one is always gonna be
Nolan's.
Yeah, I didn't like the tank. Just didn't. It was just a thing.
It could have been a little more.
Okay.
It could have been more bad.
I'm telling you, man.
Last thing is Batsuit. Not best, but whose was your favorite?
I'm gonna go. Yeah, Ben Affleck. Just straight off of the.
Ben Affleck.
And the only thing that killed this movie was just the cow, man. And everybody talked about it from the beginning. Was the cow?
Like Ben Affleck.
And this one probably would have been up there if they did the damn cow right.
Well, I'm gonna go. I liked.
I'm gonna go number 2 for Pattinson.
Okay, and also another thing about it is that when you watch the movie, you kind of forgot about the cow and everything. So. And it showed like it wasn't bulletproof or anything like it showed it was getting beat up and marked and everything, but the suit and nobody aimed for his head, but except for the back.
So my top 5 are Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, Christian Bale's Batman Begins suit.
No,
Batman Begins. Not
he was like a wait.
Yeah, Batman Begins where he's all.
Dude,
yes.
Homeboy was like this the whole damn movie.
Batman Begins suit, yes, and then his Dark Knight suit. No. I'm
about to swing on you, Eddie. You better fix it right now.
So okay, sorry again. So, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, Batman Begins, the Dark Knight, the mesh suit, the one he fights Superman, and then Dark Knight. Oh, no. And then the Nightmare Batman. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to go Affleck, Pattinson, Bale, Dark Knight, second suit. Michael Keaton.
And then the nipples go just however. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Steven. But damn, boy. Hey, but I really love that Ben Affleck's Batman. Like they showed like how Batman has suits for everything, and the Nightmare suit. Yeah. So I'm telling you, man, you could do anything with anyone. But let's see.
Well, because I also even like the Superman Batman suit, like the one where he's fighting Superman in that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the armor. Yeah, that's the same. It's straight out of the damn comics. Like it was awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that.
So that's all I got.
Yeah, man. So that was our episode on the Batman. I mean,
hope to see more.
Obviously, we loved it. We obviously want to see a lot more. I hope you guys, enjoyed us ranting about different shit. Our little rankings.
Hopefully, you saw it before this.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, if you haven't seen the movie and you watched this episode, I mean, kudos to you. But go watch the fucking movie.
We tried to keep this one as subtle as we can, but again, there was just so much going on. And
it was unexpected.
So
unexpectedly good.
But again, I want to thank you for coming back on. I love, we love when we do this stuff.
Oh yeah, y'all too.
We got the beers. We got Trejo Cervezas from
Wisconsin.
Then we got the Shiner TexHex.
Awesome, dude. Shiner never misses.
Their IPA.
Shiner never misses.
Bruja's Brew.
Yes, check that down. It's so good. And we got the black IPA from 512 Brewing Co.
Scary.
It is scary. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We're going to be releasing a lot more stuff pretty soon. We've been kind of MIA for a little while, but we're getting back to it.
Been trying to come up with some new structures.
Got some new stuff
ideas,
coming to you guys.
So hopefully we'll get things figured out. And
me and Steve are going to figure out how to use TikTok, and then we're going to, find us on there. TikTok.
We'll do the Peacemaker dance.
Caught a vibe. No?
Oh my
God. We got to get Ernest to help us out. So, yeah, guys. Check out this episode. We're going to be on Spotify, the Anchor app, and Apple Podcasts. So download the episode. Watch it. Share it with your friends. We're on YouTube. Leave a comment. What do you guys think of Batman? Who is your favorite Batman? Like, everything that we talked about in this episode, give us your pick. For
what other villains would you like to see to come back? Or what new villains that haven't been featured yet would you like to see on the big screen?
And again, like, we're going to be back talking about, Doctor Strange coming out pretty soon. We're definitely going to do a lot of stuff leading up to that because, there's just a lot of stuff happening with that. But
so if you haven't seen WandaVision or Spider-Man,
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home.
Definitely go watch those.
Kill yourself.
And then at that, go watch our Spider-Man No Way Home review. No one's watched that. Go watch it. We had fun.
And watch the shows. Definitely watch the shows. They're really good.
Yeah.
Loki, WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Hawkeye.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Ernest.
Ernie.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Bear Daddy, for coming.
Bear Daddy. I'm Eddie.
Fun.
I'm Steven.
Steven. And we see you guys later.
Yowie.
Cheers, baby.